Let's go live for a bit. Let's see what we get in here tonight. We may get a small crowd, we may get a big crowd, we may get no crowd. Who knows what we get? We'll see what do we get over here. If we get people, we stay on. If we don't, we bang off. Whatever it is, what it is. This is a bonus hour. A bonus hour. So here's the thing. You got this delay, man. You got this delay. It's about, it's a couple minute delay. That really does suck. That really does suck. I don't like that. I got a problem with that. Hello, TT. You really have a delay from when I go live to the time that you get the notification? Can you hear me? TT, am I loud and clear or how we looking? I don't know. How we looking? How we sounding? Give me a thumbs up if I sound good. If I'm too loud, if I'm too low. Inside voices, air conditioning too loud. What? Give me criticisms. I need them. I need the criticisms. It's very, very, very important. I work off you guys. I work off you guys. We are good. Okay. Let's drop a little music. Let's drop a little Love Came to Me. All right? Let's drop a little Love Came to Me while I get ready to jump on this show. Please tell me if the music is too loud, perfect, or too low. We're good? It's hard to, it's good, okay, not too loud, not distorted. We may get nobody over here. I tell you. Alfie kills it, man. I love it. There's nobody here yet, TT. They ain't gonna smash it out here. Me, you, or Ralph. Come. Nobody's smashing. Where's the smashers? Monday night situation. Just like Monday morning. You don't get that many people. Here's the problem. I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is people come in later, you know, and then you got to rewind what you're doing. I'll never quit my day job, ever. You too, cuz. Found you. Feel so good. Let's see if we get anybody tonight. I don't have much. No, 7:30. I'll be sleeping. It's okay, TT. It's not a problem. People come in, they come in. If they don't, it's all right. It's not a problem. But we got to drop the promise in. You know what I mean? Real quick. We'll do a promise, and then we're going to get right into it. We get anybody, we get anybody. I don't know. Who knows? $7:30 is not good for me. And that's all right. Hello, Bong Funk. How are you this evening? Yeah, well, I'm not doing 7:30. Fuck that. I can't. Like I said, I'll take you wherever the show goes. If they want to come, they come. The thing is, you can always watch it later. It's not all about the lives. So you can do these topics as a pre-record, you know? So, I don't know. You can do it as a pre-record. You talk about your topics, but even if I get a few people, I don't care. It's okay, yeah. It's 8:42. It's tomorrow already. He's in the future already. It's hysterical. Bob Funk is into tomorrow already. Can you imagine? That's crazy, man. TT, even if they don't, they watch later, and even if they don't, they don't. It's all right. Ain't no sweat. I had an hour. I'm killing it. Hello, G. 7:30 probably would be better, but Tommy Stiggs wakes up at 4 a.m., guys. I can't do it. And then I like to watch the other guys at 8. I'll tune into Sons of Italy at 8 o'clock. 7:30, I want to relax. The Yankees are on. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess. This isn't my primary, guys. You know that. You are hysterical. Oh my God, you are funny. I can't with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't. 7:30 is too late for me. Well, sometimes I do it, but overall, you know. Tindu, Kizadi. What a good show, Tindu, you had today. That was incredible. It was really good. I enjoyed that. But Tindu, you're like me. We wake up basically in the middle of the night to go to work, so we get tired. You know what I mean? Hey, whatever it is, it is. People come, they come. People don't come, they don't come. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care. Oh, yeah, they had a great show today. Really, really, Ding do. Well, he had a great show. BK had two good shows today, Skip. He had two good shows today. He was on your show. Well, first he did going over to GWB, which was incredible. I felt like I was right with him. He went over to George Washington Bridge, and hold on. I was on with him all day. I was on with him all day. Hey, isn't he paisans with Joey Bay 8 or no? Dindo, is he paisans with Joey or no? Hello, Tony Duggs. Hope that you are well. Dindo had a good show. Now listen, guys. I got the tablet up there. I got the laptop down here. So I think I get a better picture and sound on the tablet, and I could view the chat over here. Are we good? Can you hear me good? Am I talking too loud? Am I talking too low? But beep, bop, da, do, da, da. Be that as it may, that's a quick wind down. My ice cube melted before. My ice cube melted before. I gotta take this call. Hold on a minute. Hello. It's always, a little wind down, beep, beep, bop, bop. But he did a really good job. That phone rings. Tony Ducks has entered the building. Tony Ducks, we're doing good over here. We're doing what we do. So, like I said, sometimes I'll be up there, and then sometimes I'll be down here. How's it going, Joey? Hope you're having a good evening, a good day, a good Monday. Monday's a tough day, man. Monday's a tough day for a lot of people. Depending on what you got going on, Monday could be a tough, tough day. See, that Tommy Stiggs is too big in the screen. How do I make that smaller? How do I make that banner smaller? There we go. No. There we go. Is that better? Was that too big, that Tommy Sticks thing? I had a good day, man. Oh, hold on. I'm fucking up this thing over here. I don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know what I'm doing. Not on. Thing, dude, we got to go through training, cuz we got to go through a little training because I'm hitting buttons and things are bouncing and fireworks on the screen, all kinds of fucking shit's going on here. So I had a good day today. My mother had a great day today. She walked today with a walker. She hasn't walked in about 6 or 8 weeks, and today was a good day. Those guys said to me last night, when you do good things for people, good things come back around. I guess they were right. Mike and Mikey, better known as Sons of Italy and the Stand-Up Guy. And they said it over and over last night. Good things are going to happen for Tommy Sticks. Good things are going to happen for Tommy Sticks. He did right by us. When you do right by people, good things come back to you. And today I walked into the rehab center. Ma, where are you? Alanya, in the bathroom. I said, all right. I thought somebody was in there with her. And then she comes out with a walker. I said, what the fuck happened here? How are you walking? And she walked to her chair and sat down. I don't know. I have no idea what happened. It was like Moses parting the Red Sea. Here comes Maria. Anyway, it worked out to be good. Yeah, she did have the AFib surgery. She had the paddles. She had the paddles. They shocked her on Friday. Boom, boom. They shocked her. Her rhythm came back. Her heartbeat is good. And as we know, guys, as we know, anything could happen at any moment. But as of now, as of today, it was a good day. Titi, I gave her the rosary beads. She absolutely loved the rosary beads that you sent her. I had to get rid of the ice cube before Anthony, if Anthony comes in. Good evening, Irish Mob. So that's what I got here. I got the tablet up there. How do I sound? Are we good? Yeah, man. That's my best friend in the world, my mother. We've been through a lot together. Me, my mother, and my brother. We've been through a lot. I'm not worried, the truth. No worries. No, I'm not worried about anybody, the truth. I don't have to watch out for anybody. I'm good. Not worried about anybody. Hello, Adam. Good to see you this evening. Tony Ducks is good. So I got a few people in the chat. We got 13 people. And we opened up with a little Ralph Nucci. And did you guys actually get a notification? I'm curious if you got a notification. Oh, Convict Channel. He's got a good channel, but I'm ADD and he's all bang, bing, bing, boom, 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 bing. Convict Inc., Robert Rosso. He's got a good show, but bing, boom, bing. He makes me nervous and I make people nervous. But he's got a good show there. He'll do well. Thank you, Rob. He'll do well. He'll do well with that show. One thing about the YouTubes and the Facebook and any kind of stuff that you put out. Thank you, Seymour. Any kind of stuff that you put out can be validated. It can be validated. Nobody knows who's talking to who has a connection with such and such. Everybody has a way to find things out. Now, not by the Googles. Fuck the Googles. These people go to the Googles and the Wikipedias and all that other bullshit. And it's not fact that sometimes. Sometimes it's not fact. Joey Beans has entered the building. I got a friend, we got a guy named Beans from the neighborhood. We got a guy, Beans. Beans just turned 50, our Beans. Our Beans. We call him Beaner, but Beans. My friends' names. Joey D. Weasel. Beans. Clams. Chicklet. Yeah, I could go on and on. Forget about it. We got so many. I've been to funerals. I've known people my whole life and then find out their real name when I see the obituary. Like, who the fuck is Salvatore Bobop? Oh, that's Joey Sneakers. How the fuck? We don't know him. It's Salvatore Boom Butts. And his obituary, it just doesn't match. I go my whole life with knowing nicknames until they die. Until they die. Like, know their nicknames with a passion. It's fucking bananas. Every neighborhood has a beat. You better believe it. Ugh. God bless her soul, Octavia. For years, many people only knew. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it goes, man. We go by nicknames. Tommy Stiggs. I don't know if anybody can figure out. Stiggs is short for Stiliano. And I don't give a fuck. I tell you my real name. You all can go to the Googles. Tommy Stiggs Stiliano. Stigliano. I only made this my name because that's what everybody knows me by. Stiggs. Stiggy, Stiggs, Tommy Stiggs. Everybody Stiggs. Even my mother is Stiggs. And Grandma Stiggy, they call her. Anyway. Irish Mob. Hello, Irish Mob. I think one of the mob was doing. No, he was making. Yeah, maybe. The G is silent in Italian. Absolutely. So here's a quick topic I wanted to jump on about. People say the mob is dead. Mob, mafia, Cosa Nostra, wise guys, this, that, the other thing. My real name is Stiggs. Okay. Cookie. Yeah, that sounds about right, Adam. Yeah, Cookie, sneakers, shoes, boop, 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 boop. Everybody had a name. So, is the mob dead? Why are people saying the mob is dead? What is making people think that the mob is actually dead? I'm just curious. I'm just curious that people say the mob is dead. There is no mob. There is no mafia. There is no organized crime. But what are you talking about? Why would there not be? Why would there still not be mafioso, Cosa Nostra? Now, they may not be so flamboyant. You may not see them at the club, at the bar with a cigar and a white fur coat. But what would make anybody think that the mob is gone? Why would the mob be gone? That does not make any sense. I'm curious to know why people say the mob is gone. I would love to hear the reasoning that they're saying that. Where does that come from? Is that data? I'm just curious about that. And Seymour, that is exactly what I was going to say. They're not getting pinched. Because you don't read it in the paper, means that the mob is dead. It's actually a good thing for the street guys. They're not in the papers. They're not getting pinched like they used to. There's a reason for that. They have learned. As a whole, as an organization, maybe a shell, just a little bit of peanut of what it once was, but never say it's dead. Why would it be dead? Hello, Timmy Irish. Welcome to the chat this evening. Why would the mob be dead? As long as there is a vice and a criminal mind and an organization, it is not what it once was. It will never, ever be what it once was. What it once was is gone. You could forget about it. But I will tell you, it will never be dead. It will change. It may be a little different, but it's not dead. They think it's dead because nobody's getting pinched. It's actually a good thing. Let them talk all they want. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're going by the New York Post. They're basing the life of the mafia based on a New York Post coverage of a pinch. Huh. Stupid asses. Stupid. Well, I'll give you this. The gene pool of what it is now isn't so good. But as long as there is a vice, there's going to be an organization to capitalize on it. Smaller cells, smaller crews, got to do it right. So that's just what my thought was. I was wondering what people think about that. Do you think the mafia, the mob, is dead? Does anybody have anything to add to that? The truth, 100%. I agree. Gets worse with every generation. I will give you that 100%. No doubt about it. It gets trickled down. And I would, no ice. I made sure the ice melted before Anthony may have popped in. No ice in the one, Nancy, no. Yeah. No, the gene pool is, what is there is, it is. The talent is not what it once was. You go. That's funny. So do you think it's dead? Do you think it's here? What do you think? Now, years ago, these guys were everywhere. Here, next door, every bar in the neighborhood. The gene pool. The gene pool is the isn't that the right terminology? Guys, Titi, you gotta correct me. The gene pool is like no, that's a good thing, Timmy. Murder is bad for business. Murder is bad for business, and I will tell you why. Because murder, just like heavy dope, brings a lot of heat and it turns people rats. You got to stay away from bodies. You got to shelve the guys now. You put them on the shelf and you let them be. See, Mikey Scars didn't go bad because he was facing 100 years. Mikey Scars went bad because he felt bad that he got shelved. He took a personal thing, which is common in the business, and made it his reason to go bad. And I do think he regrets it in some ways. In some ways, I'm talking about Mikey Scars. I'm not criticizing, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's good. Seymour, that's a good. Seymour, a little different today. Years ago, yes. Yes. In Mikey Scar's day, you're 100% correct. Today, it's a fucking bonus to be shelved after doing time. You're getting out of the business without getting clipped. They call it a bonus. They gave you your life back and they didn't clip you. I do. I do. I agree with you, Irish Mob. I agree with you. I agree with you, Irish Mob. That's I. It burns his soul, and he will tell you, as it should burn his soul. He's living with this. It can't be. It can't be easy to live with it. I'm gonna tell you, out of the rat tube, he will have success. He will be the only one with success. The man, although he's a rat, he knows it. I'm not gonna condone what he did. I would love to talk to him for a couple minutes someday, some way. I'm not going on a Patreon. You could forget about that. But I often wonder. I think he took it because getting shelved is tough, man. It's tough. Not today. In his day, getting shelved is a brutal thing. I agree. What? What the fuck? My account? Wow, look at this. Look at this message I just got. I just got a message from YouTube. What was that? That's fake, right? Thing, dude, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Mannaggia la marona, chi t'ho morta? Ma che cazzo? The fuck was that? I felt like the fucking FBI just knocked my door down. Fuck, mannaggia la marona. I thought the FBI knocked my fucking door down over here. Ding dong, mannaggia la marona. Tony Ducks, I mean, you get a message like that, it's, what's going on? I'm looking outside. I'm like, they're here already. What's going on? My nudge. Again? Block this motherfucker. Held for review. What's going on? Leave the message up. It's not the first. It won't be. Listen. It's hysterical. That is hysterical. I love it. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. They got nothing better to do. You see? Animal disgraziato. They got nothing better to do but play on the YouTube. Go suck a dick. What's the matter with you? You see, right? They got nothing better to do. They got no lives. Pay attention to your broad. Go down on her box. Get off the fucking internet, animal. Take care of your broad before somebody else does. Somebody that can handle your broad. Forget about it. It's hysterical. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great. Isn't it not good? This means you got their attention. Isn't that good? It's a good thing. When something like that happens, it means you got their attention. But they should be going down on their girl because somebody else might do it. Or maybe their shit don't work. Who knows? Play on the YouTubes. Their favorite video games, right? Disgraziato. It really is great. It's fucking hysterical, isn't it? It really is. So I don't know. You think it's dead. You think it's not dead. Who knows? It's true though. It's true, man. They have nothing better to do. It's just what they do. It'll stop in a couple of minutes. It's all good. Let it all go. Let it all go. It's what they do. They have nothing better to do. You see, they have no life, right? It's what they do. Yeah, they go down on each other, Tony Ducks. They got nothing better to do. Somebody else is going to bang their broad, and that's what's going to happen. Right? That's typically what happens. They're half of fags because they can't come on. Look. Let them do it. Let them do it. Let them do it. It's all good. It's all good. It's entertainment for us, guys. It's entertainment. Forget about it. While they're playing on the Facebooks, their broad is texting somebody else on the YouTubes. Never mind. While they're playing on the YouTubes, their broad is texting somebody else. Because these animals are not paying attention to their broads, right? Because this is what they do. This is all they got to do. They got nothing else to do. YouTube is their life. It's a junkie move. You know what I mean? That's what junkies do. Because they're obsessed with this shit. That's great. It's just fucking hysterical. I love it. There is no war. What was there, a pinch, Tony Ducks? I'm not sure. Well, was there a pinch? Or was it at the funeral, Tony Ducks? Which one was it? That funeral? Social clubs are a bad idea. Social clubs aren't a good thing. You know what I mean? But you got, you guys, yeah, the funeral thing. I don't know the details of that. I heard about that. But they used a week to pull off things like that. You know what I mean? That's typically what happens. Now they'll create another name and try to come back in. It's all good. It's no problem. If somebody took an order to do something like that at a funeral, they got to have their fucking head examined. They got to be out of their minds. Who would follow an order like that? And who would give an order like that? I think that was just the new bots doing that. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I mean, I could be wrong, but who would even do that? Listen, there's not a guy out there that's going to do 25 years for the cause. You know what I mean? It's a whole different world today. And I don't recommend it. I would never recommend it. You know what I mean? So that's the situation there. I just wanted to jump on, talk about that, see what your guys' thoughts were. What are your guys' thoughts? Do you think the mob is dead for real? Do you think it's dead, or do you just think it's because they're not making headlines? Who cares? What the fuck? Let them be. Listen, while they're doing this, somebody else is texting their girl. You know what I mean? Somebody else is moving in. You got to pay attention to the ladies. And ladies, you got to pay attention to the men. Otherwise, if you're paying attention to the YouTubes, you're going to get snaked, cuz. And it might be the guy right next to you. He's looking at your girl right now. Oh, look at her ass. Look at her brajo. You know what I mean? You're paying attention to this shit. That means you're not paying attention to something else. Right? Right? That's the way it goes. Titi, it's just it's a common thing. They roll in, they troll you, they hit you, boom, 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 because they absolutely have nothing else going on. Joey, I agree. It will never be dead. Why would it be dead? Somebody's always going to need to gamble. They said legalized gambling is going to hurt Cosa Nostra. It never hurt it. I don't think it hurt it. Listen, I'm not in the game, so I don't know. I'm not involved in that, but I'm going to say that nothing will replace a bookmaker because you need credit, right? You know what I mean? Oh, I agree, Tony Ducks. It's death. What it once was is dead, morphed, finished. It'll never be what it once was. But there's always going to be a business. There's always going to be somebody to provide the service, right? You can get credit for a bet, right? Pay next Thursday, beep, bop, bop, this, that, the other thing. So, I don't think it's dead. I don't think they're making headlines. And I think keeping the body count at a zero is a good thing. You know what I mean? And the loan sharks too, they'll always be in business. I mean, today you got to be nuts. You're going to get pinched. There's no doubt about it. You're going to get pinched. You cannot operate on the street without getting pinched. It's impossible. With the technology today, you can't even talk to people. You guys know it. You guys know it when you go on your phone and you talk about a washing machine or a dishwasher. It's right there. Yeah, man, I wouldn't even jaywalk, bro. Seymour, I wouldn't even jaywalk today. Who wants to get a fucking pinch for bookmaking today? 3 to 5. I don't want it. Cameras are everywhere, right? You can't clip anybody. If you clip somebody today, you got to be nuts. And when you clip somebody, this guy's definitely not doing 25 years for the family. It's not going to happen anymore. That part is over. That part is definitely done. Adam, I'm waiting for your comment to come up. The Google picks up everything we say. This is true, TT, 100%. That's right. Joey can't go anywhere. He hangs out in Boca. He's good over there. Hello, Teresa Murphy. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, that's why Joey hangs low. Well, I'm going to tell you the difference there. All of them trying to make a buck. They're all chasing the same nickel. Tony Ducks, didn't they say that in Donnie Brasco? Everybody's chasing the same nickel. You can't chase the same nickel. It'll never happen, right? You can't chase the same nickel. It's fucked up. Bookmaking, yeah, listen, it's legal, but it still can never take place of the way it's done on the street. Now you can say organized crime. You could say you were on the street. You were cracking skulls. You were slinging drugs. If you're not part of an organization, you have no idea about the organization. A street guy, a drug dealer, has no idea what goes on inside an organization with a structure. So a drug dealer that's selling crack versus a bookmaker that's involved in an organization is two different things. So they don't have that understanding, you know what I mean? But if you understand the structure is still there. It's never going to go away. It's just that they are a little careful right now, you know? A little careful. Hello, Gerard Jabbar. Hope you are well this evening. Gerard has entered the building. Hey, listen, I got quality people. 17, 20 people. I don't give a shit. We got a good chat going. I like the comments in the chat. It's all good. But to think that organized crime is dead based on the headlines is straight up ignorance. That means you only know about their life based on news reports and have no idea what's going on the street. That doesn't mean I know what's going on the street. But, you know, you got to be out of your mind to think it's over. Why would it be over? Why would it be over? As long as there is a vice, somebody's going to fill it. They're going to sell it. You know? You call him Joe Pesci. You guys are nuts. Octavia, what in the world are you talking about? A girl wants to fly? A girl wants to fly? What are you talking about over here? You guys are hysterical over here. How long am I on for? I'm doing 30 minutes over here and I'm out. I'm done. I'll watch the other guys at 8 o'clock and that'll be it. I just wanted an opinion, a little chit chat about what you guys thought about what the mob is. Octavia, perhaps scared. He clicked en route to where? Octavia, what do you mean there? Look confused on it. A girl, a guy? What do you, Octavia? What are you referencing? Yeah, I'm gonna log off, watch the Yankees game, and put on the Sons of Italy at 8 o'clock. To me, Shylocking and sports are the two biggest and lowest risk earners in the street right now. The government alleged that Ronnie G had around 3 million on the street. But Tony Ducks is the best business. It is the best business. Shylocking is the best business. I mean, wow. The two things I miss bookmaking and I miss loan sharking. It's a rush. It's lucrative. It's exciting. It's nonstop action. Irish mob. There's not that much of a difference. I got to tell you. I got to be honest with you. The structure is very similar. Although the Irish mob is a little looser than the Italian mob, the structure is very similar. The Westies book was incredible. 3 million. Beautiful. It takes a long time to get that kind of money on the street, but it's incredible. It's an incredible business. It gets crazy when violence comes in when you have to collect. That's where the problems come in. Then you get into violent crimes. Because you can take 8 years for, listen, I don't know, can you put the ratio freedom and income? Let's just say you're making 30K a week, 30,000 a week. Do you take a 5-year pinch for a $30,000 a week package? I think you do. 5 years is a lot of time, though. Put that into perspective. Your kid goes into freshman year. He or she is a freshman in high school when you go in. Now you miss all those 4 years of high school. When you get out, they're a freshman in college. They became adults. How do you put a price on it? Price, income, time in the joint, it's very difficult. Yes, they fold. Very good, TT. Stay with that. Right. All right. 5 years turns into three, but still, you're missing your kids for 3 years. You're missing your mother for 3 years. My mother is sick right now. She's been through all of this stuff. Had I been into shenanigans on the street, I would probably be doing life on the installment plan, right? That's what we call it, life on life on the installment plan. So what do? I'm humble. I don't have much, but I'm here. This made me realize a lot. This, my mother being sick, made me realize a lot of things. A lot of things. It's interesting, right? Yes, I know, Tony Ducks. I was in the mix. I know how it goes. I know, man. 7 years is a long time. Listen, I understand. I'll leave it at that. I understand. I understand. And is it worth it, Tony Ducks? Is it worth it? That's the point. Is the cash worth it? I can't take a million or two to miss those 4 years of high school wrestling that my son was involved in. $1 million is not worth it. Just my thought, my opinion. You know what I mean? Just my thought. $1 million couldn't replace what I saw in the 4 years of my son wrestling in high school. Not a dollar. My cable will be turned off. My cable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tony Ducks at a different time in our lives when I was, before I had kids, before I, before I had adult life, real adult life responsibilities. Oh, 100%. And I was doing things that probably could have got me there. And I agree with you. Now I'm 53 now. If I take a hit now, 53, take a 7 year pinch, now you're 60. Holy shit. With federal time, you take a pinch, a 7 year pinch, that's a second offense on bookmaking. I know the offenses and what they carry. I got it all figured out. But if I take a pinch now at 53 on a second pinch, it could be 7 years federal, which means I'm 60 when I get out. What the fuck? $1 million can't replace those years. Because in those years, my daughter's going to get married. She's going to have a baby. Bop, bop, bop. I mean, the natural course of life is going to take place, right? So, Tindu, what do we say here, Tindu? What do we say about the hands? What's the hands? What were we talk? What you're saying, Tindu? Tindu has left the building. He's not answering me. What do we say about the hands and the money? What's the saying? I'm looking at on this computer here because I'm waiting for Tindu to answer me. Dirty hands, clean money. Boom. Why did TT have to answer that? Why in the world? There you go. There's my boy right there. Dirty hands, clean money. Dirty hands and missing one finger to make clean money. One digit is missing to make clean money. All right? So there we go. I mean, Patricia was here tonight. Patricia isn't here tonight. But I'm jumping off in about 10 minutes anyway. But dirty hands, clean money. I really do like that, Dean. Too. That really, really puts it right where it needs to be. That's a great way to put it. It really, really is. This is great stuff, huh? All right, I'm just checking my messages, guys. I know, Dean do. So there we go. We spoke about it a little bit. I'm going to actually drop the link. I don't know if anybody is around. I don't even know if I know how to do what the fuck I'm going to do here right now. Copy to clipboard. Copy. Close it. And listen. Well, what the fuck? Why is it? Back? Am I back, guys? Am I back or what? Hold on. Am I here, guys? I don't know how to do it here. Let me see what I can do here. Give me a minute. I'm here. I'm back. Yeah. Let me see if I can make this happen. Wow, I really can't. It's very, very interesting. I can't do it on here. Can't drop the link on here. Invite. Invite. Copy to clipboard. Very interesting. Yep, I can't do it. That's crazy, guys. That really, really is crazy. I can't do a paste over here. Maybe I can. I don't know if that works or not. Very interesting. So I did something on the tablet that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing because I'm ubats and I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway. Adam. Oh my God. Now I got two of me over here. Look at Gotsify. What am I doing? I got two of me. He felt like he watched. He felt like he watched Anthony LaVista's coming in. Oh my God! Yeah. Oh my God! Oh, I mean, enter the screen.
Well, it works. It works.
Oh my God, Adam! I felt like it was the last episode of The Sopranos. He said. The screen went blank.
Yes. Terrible.
Because I'm using a tablet with a mouse like you do. I'm trying to be like you, Ant. And I use a mouse with my tablet right now to work the screen.
Oh, okay.
But it works a little differently. It's not a computer.
Right. I still can't figure out.
When I hit right click, it takes me back.
I can't figure out the StreamYards myself. So
What do you mean? What are you talking about? Hold on. Let me see if I can hear you. If it's me or you. My volume's all the way up. All right. It's hard to hear on the tablet.
You can hear. Can you hear me now?
On? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yep. No,
can
nothing
hear
really.
You? Can you guys hear Anthony?
Nothing really. I just I saw you drop the link and say that it wasn't working or something. So I clicked on it.
It looks like it's working. I don't know. This is crazy. So when I do it on the tablet, it's different. Like I said, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like it on the tablet because the volume is not as good as it is on the laptop.
Okay.
And I don't know how to. You can't really change that because the tablet has only a little speaker on it.
I mean, this is for me. You look perfect. I can hear you and see you clearly, completely clearly, and hear you.
It looks perfect. It's just hard for me to hear you guys.
Oh, okay. All right.
You hear me perfectly. It's hard for me to hear the people talking. That's the problem. Did you see all that shit going on in the chat?
Yeah, I saw that. I came in a little late and I caught up reading it.
A lot of people, they just troll and they just roll in and crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, like you mentioned, everyone subscribe or try to subscribe to the Sons of Italy, and I did, and I dialed in last night. How did they get so many people in the chat? Man, that's crazy. They had like 70 people in the chat at one point. It was crazy.
Just some people have it that way. I don't know.
No, I mean, like they don't even have half as much subscribers as you do, but they have like 60 people in the chat. It was crazy.
Look, there's a lot of key components to having the YouTube the way you want it to be. There is topics, there's time frames. There's a lot of different things that go into it. Night is going to do much better. That 8,
Right.
9, 10 o'clock hour is going to do much better with a lot of the population. That's not me, and I don't care. I'd rather not have it. I'm good with what I do. I can't handle that. So I just do it the way I do it. But if
Sure.
I really, if you really push for it at night, every night, you can make it happen.
I know, and I heard they did like 8 hours straight. That's
8
crazy.
hours.
That is crazy.
Well, here's the thing. They're trying to get their 4,000 watch hours.
Okay.
So you got to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to get paid through YouTube. Not much, but to get an advertisement, say Mercedes-Benz, I'm just using a fake name, to advertise on your channel. YouTube partnership program kicks in when you get 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. Now me, look, I had 8,000 watch hours.
Right.
With only 700 subs.
Sure. Right.
Which means the interest might be there. I don't know.
Right.
But the
also
ratio
means that your subscribers are real subscribers that watch all your content. That's what
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Those subscribers are watching.
Yep.
That's interesting. I didn't know how to look at that and pick that apart. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's the $50,000 education bought me. So I can tell you how to look at it. I can look at an analytics on YouTube. That it got me a long way.
You're fucking nuts. You see, you're a different education level, but you're just as nuts as me. Oh my God, that's great.
Lord.
What else we got here? What do you got going on?
Me, nothing really. I'm trying to see how I can get the. Oh, there's the chat. Okay.
Yeah, you got to hit comments on the top right.
Yeah. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, nothing really going on. Just working. Nothing new. I mean, I was thinking about what my next wine video is going to be, but I have to think it through a little bit. I've been doing Italia, a lot of Italia. I was going to do something else, maybe another country, maybe.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff. You see, your subscribers jumped up nice.
Yeah, they did. And I think a lot of it, or all of it, really has to do with you and all the great people in this chat. I mean, you have, because you have good subscribers and real good people. They support everybody else. They pump everybody else up, and that's the end result. It's not this negative stuff. And it's funny because the negative stuff in MobTube, that stuff works. Like you've said this many times before. It works in the short term. Like people want to see the fighting, but then they're gonna drop off. People are just gonna get tired and go away. But if you're positive like you, people tune in because they want to see you. It doesn't get old. They always want to see that. They want that positivity in their life. So I think it's the right route to be positive and don't go for the short haul. The short gain is be an ass and fight with people, but it's not gonna last.
It's like a hit and run.
Yeah, right. Good analogy.
Yeah, I think so. I will see. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? For me, I'm just doing what I enjoy, and I don't have really skin in the game. It's not a business for me. We're 53. Right. We didn't make if we didn't make our lives by now, somewhat. What's gonna happen?
Look, nobody's gonna become a superstar on YouTube.
My blood pressure level up over a YouTube channel?
Yeah, not at this age or not. No. No. So
now
you got some great people. You got some your channel. Danny Stories is great. Dindu is great. Gerard is great. You got some really good quality. TT and Bella are starting to put up content. That's great stuff. You don't need to go anywhere. You don't even have to put the TV on. I don't even watch TV anymore. I'm watching YouTube videos now because I found these positive channels to watch. It's better than watching the news and that negative
stuff. There's so much good stuff. Ralphie, I didn't see you back there, Ralphie. There's so much good stuff on YouTube. I really don't need TV. I like to have the Yankees game, and I do enjoy Family Feud. I got to tell you, that's my weakness. It's a great show, man. But it really is a great show. I got a little bit of an upgraded package just to keep Family Feud.
Mm.
And I like the Yes Network. I do enjoy the Yankees, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
So who is this? Rex, welcome. I mean, you know, it's going to build slow and steady. And I just try to keep it gentlemanly and promote other channels. That's all I want to do. Yeah.
In terms of cable, you know what I pay cable for, because I like the old movies like TCM. I pay for that. That's what I want to watch, like those movies from the 40s and 50s, and that's what I like watching. And that's the only thing I watch on TV. I don't watch anything else but those old movies because I enjoy them. But
now all that stuff is not on YouTube?
No, it's hard to find some of that stuff because some of that stuff is I forgot what they call them. They're like redone movies. They found them. They're old ones. They had to be redone, and and they're only going to find them on TCM. You're not going to find them anyplace else.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'm going to ask you a quick question while you're on. What do you think about the topic, the mob, what it is today versus what it once was? Speak a little louder if you can.
Okay.
So give an opinion on what you think of what we saw growing up. You know all that. What do you think of what it is today? Is it gone? Is it dead? Will it ever be dead? What's your opinion? And you're in the law department there. So what's your thoughts?
I think what you said so far is on point in the sense that it's impossible to operate a successful enterprise the way they used to these days because of technology, because of surveillance, because of there's eyes everywhere. It's impossible to do the things in secret, right? The mafia was based on secrecy, based on being part of that Cosa Nostra, which was just our thing. No one else was supposed to know anything, right? The fundamental thing was supposed to be privacy. It was supposed to be secret. You know, and even in movies like The Godfather, what was it? The Godfather 3, where Michael says, you know, he'll make you famous too. And that nobody wants to be famous, right? So I don't think you could do it this day. I mean, there's always going to be some type of crime like that, organized, people trying to organize, do criminal activity, but it's never going to be successful the way it was back then. It's impossible. It just, you can't do it anymore. That's my opinion. I did criminal work a little bit. I mean, a little bit of criminal work before I moved into employment law. And the guys that I represented they were small time, you know, like thugs type of things, like, and mostly in Patterson, they were drug dealers and stuff like that. And it was an awful thing to do. And that's one of the reasons I got out of it. Like, why am I representing these people? They're guilty and they're doing bad things. This is not glorious, you know? So
the greed of the buck was not going to, it prevented you from, your morals prevented you from the greed of the buck.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's not worth it. If you have to live with yourself and knowing the things you do, it's not worth it. The money isn't worth it. Al and I represented a guy once for a robbery in downtown Newark, where of a go-go bar, and in the process of this robbery, he killed a person, and we represented him in court, and we tried to get him to plead out because he was guilty. Like, you know, and as an attorney, that's your job. You know, if you see that someone is guilty, your job is to get them the best for them, which means a plea agreement, you know, and this guy refused to plea. So we went to trial and he went down for 30 years. He's still in prison now. And it was all because him and his brother decided to rob a go-go bar, and it would have been okay. Like, it would have been just a robbery, but there was some good Samaritan, so to speak, that went up and tried to stop the robbery. And in the process of that, he got killed. The good Samaritan got killed.
So robbery turned into a murder charge.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that type of stuff.
Now that's not organized crime. That's just
regular. Not at all.
That's street crimes.
Yeah. That was street. It was street crime. Yeah.
The organized aspect. What do you think about that today?
Yeah, the organized look. We have friends that still are in that a bit, and I think you're going to see it evolve to something that can be successful. Like everything else, things evolve and change. And I think you're going to see it evolve into areas where it can be successful, where it's not going to be the traditional. You're not going to see what we traditionally saw growing up. I don't think you're going to see murders anymore or anything. We haven't seen them in a while, at least we don't know of. You're not going to see that stuff.
You know, we know of them.
Yeah.
Basically.
You're not going to see, I don't think you're going to see, I mean, gambling is always gambling, right? Someone's always going to want to have a card game, right? They're always going to want the thrill of that card game. So that's always there. Yeah. They could always do that. I think they can always do that successfully. But like the other stuff, you know, I don't know. The extortion, stuff like that, that's not going to fly anymore. That stuff will not fly anymore.
Here's my thoughts about extortion. These guys catch an extortion charge, but it's not always a real extortion. They're taking over a business because somebody got jammed up with them. This is where it gets all confusing and what the public does not understand. They don't typically go into a pizzeria and shake them down for the 500 pizzas they're making on a Friday night. They're in there because that owner got into trouble with them.
Right.
Typically.
Well, yeah. You know, here's what I would say to that. I think you're right for the most part, and more so in the traditional Italian mobs. But like the Russian mob the Russian mob, my experience has been that they just extort their people. They just you don't have to be involved with them. If you're a Russian immigrant, you know, and same thing with the Korean mob, same thing. They would extort just regular people that were trying to make a living, immigrants that came to the country and are trying to make a living, and these guys would go in there and extort from them. So I think it depends on the ethnicity of not to say that, I'm not saying the Italians are great and everything. I think Italians have been here a lot longer, so they've gotten away from that, because I think Italians did do that in the 1800s. They did extort from other immigrants just because they could. Sure. You know, they were just extorting for them to get ahead. So, but you're right. I think.
Well, Godfather 2 captures that correctly, where Panucci was extorting his own people.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
And the modern mob of that time changed that cycle.
Right.
And then they all loved Don Corleone.
Right.
And Panucci was gone. So he did a public service to our people, his people, whatever you want to say.
Sure.
In that movie. It's the extortion thing is a little funny. People don't understand what goes on there. Like if somebody owed me, let's say I'm the bookmaker and somebody owed me 10,000 and I go to their deli once a week and take 100, I'm not extorting them. But when you get pinched, they put extortion on it to get you.
Yeah.
First of all, it's to get you to break. That's number one. But secondly, is to get a conviction. Obviously, well, probably turn that around. First is to get a conviction. Second is to try to get you to break. What do you mean I'm extorting? And then now you went from a simple gambling pinch, which is 3 to 5, not simple, but 3 to 5, to extortion. Now you're looking at 7 to 10, because gambling pinches in New Jersey, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10. That's your first 3 offenses for gambling in Jersey. 3 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 10. That's typically how it goes in Jersey State.
Right.
Federal system's a whole other situation.
Yeah. You're not going to get breaks in the federal system. There's no breaks in the federal system at all. You're doing 85%, I think, a minimum of your time when you get it.
Most of it, yeah. Be that as it may, I recommend none of it.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, the one thing in terms of just from a historical perspective, the mob as it originated in Sicily. It really was a Robin Hood type of situation. It really was something to protect the people from corrupt governments. I mean, that's how it all started. 100%. That's reality.
100% was.
Back then, you can say it was good. That's a good thing. A corrupt government is probably the worst possible thing imaginable. So, who knows?
The thought of it in the beginning was a good thought. But just like everything else, you're going to have waywards.
Yes.
And they take advantage of it. It became cliquish, protecting our own people to an extortion. I'm going to protect you now from them, but you got to pay me. So, and then it all evolves into an organized crime. Now you see that gambling can be done, loan sharking can be done. Now they get into these businesses, and it's just you got a good 50 years of a solid organization, and
Right.
then you got anarchy or disaster
Mm-hmm.
leading up to today's day. It's a mess.
I mean, and then, the fact that, and I've said this also in the past, that when the government finally recognized or realized how to effectively use the RICO statutes, that was basically the end. That was the end of organized crime as we traditionally knew it, because that got them past a lot of loopholes, got them past a lot of ways that they couldn't convict people of things. And if they really want you, they use those statutes for that purpose. They know how to use them now, and it's just hard. It's just so hard to beat that. Just think, like in The Godfather, right? Don Corleone with all those politicians and judges, less nickels and dimes in your pocket, right? That doesn't exist anymore. I mean, at one point they had everybody on the payroll at one point. That's not the case anymore.
But you got to remember, these guys weren't snatching bags and beating up old ladies.
Right.
So
exactly. Right.
And heroin and all of that shit. It was not on that end. It was definitely not. It was on the corruption end.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It might have been on the gambling and the loan sharking end. It was not on the pizza connection end, because you weren't getting favors on the heroin trafficking operation. There's no fucking way.
Well, that was the whole thing, right? The whole plot of The Godfather. Why the Godfather gets the attempt to assassinate him, because he knew if you went into heroin, all those people would bail. All those political connections would bail.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a story. I have a story about my grandfather. My grandfather.
Talk a little bit louder if you can.
Oh, sorry. My grandfather was never in organized crime at all. In fact, I mean, he was an Italian immigrant, but he never did anything with organized crime at all. But he knew guys, right? And he was in the union. He was in the trade unions. He was a representative in the trade union. So he was a union rep in the 40s and 50s. And it was the Brush Makers Union of New York or something like that. I forgot what it was called. But he told me a story once where he went to organize. And, people said, the mob always controlled the unions. That wasn't always the case. They were in the bigger unions, but smaller unions like my grandfather was in, there really wasn't any influence. So he went to organize this place. It was a factory. It was owned by an Italian guy. It was a factory in I think in Long Island, and he went to organize it. And what happened was, it turns out the owner was connected with the Genovese family. At least this is how the story goes. So my grandfather was there organizing one day, and a car pulls up. 3 guys jump out, grab him, throw him in the car, and take off. They take him to the local railroad tracks. Take them out of the car and say, "You see those railroad tracks? That's where you're going to be if you continue to organize this particular location, and you're not getting up from them. So that's where they're going to find you, on the railroad tracks." So, my grandfather was like, "Okay, that we're not organizing this place anymore," and that was the end of it. They just bailed. And that was it, because the guy that owned that had connections, right? So. It worked both ways. They didn't always control the unions. Sometimes labor had them. Sometimes management had them on their side. So,
well, when they say control the unions, what they're meaning is a lot of the members are kicking back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they're privy to the upper echelon of the union, where they can get into the pension fund and borrow against it.
Yeah. Right. Right. The whole Hoffa stuff is a good example. The whole Hoffa Teamster stuff was a good example of that. Getting to the pension fund.
Yeah. That's a higher level. The lower level is business agents getting our guys on the job.
Yeah. And you know what? But that happens all over the place, right? That happens all over the place.
That's not a problem. That's not the problem. The problem is the illegal. That's not a problem. We help each other. It's what we do. It's our culture. It's our nature. Right. The problem is when you come in your Lincoln every Saturday and want 100 from each laborer for getting that job. That's where the problem is.
Right.
I saw it right in front of me. I saw it.
Yeah.
Right there in front of me. And the guys were happy to pay for that job. Remember, they're getting annuity, they're getting a pension, they're getting work every week. They're paying you or whoever it is $100 a week to have that life.
Sure.
That's where the problem. That's where union corruption is. And that's
Yeah.
just one level of it. That's the lowest level of it. The bricklayer is paying the AB, the union delegate, $100 a week to have that job.
Right. Yeah.
Which is wrong.
That's wrong. Sure.
It's wrong.
Yeah,
But, this is what it is. Now, there's no violence in that. Is there fleecing involved? I don't know. What's the impact of that on the public?
I mean, what is the impact? I mean, the legitimate, the guy that's not willing to pay is not going to get a job. I guess that's the impact.
He's not going to get a job. What's the impact on business and infrastructure and all that other shit?
Probably
What's
nothing. Probably nothing. Because you're getting good labor still, right? You're getting still good labor.
The price has to go up for the goods.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Depending on what field that it's not really extortion though, is it? What do you call that? It's just labor racketeering, right?
Well, yeah, it's not really extortion because you're not bodily harm. You'll lose the job if you don't pay. It's a little different. You're just not going to get the job. They'll kick you out. They'll say, "Oh, you're not going to pay? All right, see ya. Don't come back tomorrow."
I'm not looking at the chat, guys. I'm letting it roll because we're having a talk here. Anthony is a lawyer, and I'm just a regular guy who needed a lawyer at one time. But anyway, so we're just shooting the shit here about this. I like to get different perspectives on it, and I think it adds a little bit of a good, it adds to the vibe, to the different perspective,
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Octavia, protection is a different situation. Octavia is saying protection. That's a whole different business. I'm talking about labor, and we're talking about gambling and loan sharking and all that stuff, all the traditional organized crime things. It is interesting.
Sure. Sure. I mean,
from the beginning to now is very, very interesting for anybody, whether you were involved in it or not. You got to admit that it's interesting. The structure, the way it worked. I mean,
anyone who enjoys history would find it interesting. Anyone, because it all has historical context involved. They base it based on the structure was based on the Roman legions to some degree. It's really interesting, the history behind it.
Well, the making of it, the beginning of it was made on abuse of us.
Yeah, right.
That's where the inception comes from. Not pinky ring paisans. That's not it.
Right.
That's not it. Cigar smoking, fur coat wearing guys. That's not it. The origination of it is what these people lose.
Sure.
They're stuck on the whole Goodfellas aspect of it versus the Godfather part of it.
Right.
You got two different things there.
Yeah, the Goodfellas. Right. Goodfellas is the glamour, right? The glamour, the exciting part that everyone wants to see. But.
Yep.
I mean,
all right. What?
You got to go, right? You're going to go on to this. You're going to go.
Yeah, I'm going to bang out in about 5 minutes. So you good?
I am good. Yes.
We had a good chat.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't prepared, but it was fine.
I know. I just jumped on. When am I ever prepared? I jump on. I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to go to bed. I got my my pajama. I got pajama pants on, and my I got these on. Hey, you get a kick out of this. I got my Jembro slippers on my my slides. All right.
That's great.
I don't give a fuck. Come on, shoot the shit for a bit and bang off. Ralph, are you still there? Where did Ralph go? All right, Ant.
All right. Bye, everyone. Good seeing you.
Good talking to you, man. Thank you for your input on this. You added different, a different aspect of it. Appreciate it.
Just sharing just sharing my thoughts. What else can I do?
Yep. All right, buddy.
Take care.
Talk to you later, man. So that was Anthony. So Anthony has a different perspective. We're from the same neighborhood. He became a lawyer. He knows his stuff. Sonny Saccone. Oh my God, Sonny Saccone. Holy shit. He's talking about something. I did not watch the chat, guys. I apologize deeply. Let me go back for a quick minute. Yeah. Barstool is your neighborhood bookie. Joey Beans, you might be right on that. Yeah, you guys, you got to fix your notifications if you're not getting this, Garage sales. You guys are fucking funny. Yeah, we just jumped on for a bit. You need guys like Sonny Saccone and Scotto. Rest in peace. Scotto's dead now, right, Mike John? Scotto is dead, I think. a lawyer. He's not involved. We will do it. We'll do a live show. Me and him. We'll get together. We'll do it. You know, things have changed. A lot of people have a different. Mike John, it's always there. It doesn't go away, Mike. You can always go look back at it, fast forward through the nonsense, and watch it again. It never goes away. So that's what I do these lives for. Now, I would do this as a pre-record and talk to the screen and give my opinion, my thoughts. But then, you know, if I get a little chit-chat going back and forth, it's nice. You know, some of you guys have experience. Oh, Sonny filled in for Scott. Oh, okay. Two legends in the union, yeah. Well, I got to tell you guys, I passed on the opportunity in the union many, many years ago. I told Dean about this. I'll get into it. I'll get into that in depth at another time. Yeah, the back and forth is good, Ant. It's all good. Ralph Mucci, where are you, cuz? Nice arm distance. God bless. I had tonight. I had what's it called? Oh yeah, Mike John. You can't even jaywalk today, man. No matter what aspect of the business you are in, you can't even jaywalk today, man. You gotta just go to work. It ain't gonna work. It isn't gonna work. It's not over. It'll never be over. It'll never be what it once was. Hit the like, Mike says. Mike F hit the like. Listen, I don't have a big channel, guys. Are you in the background, Ralph? Gina, that's what we have here. You know, Anthony was on murder trials. I mean, it's interesting stuff. Well, Mike John, I got to tell you, I filled out my paperwork to go to Raybrook. I doubt I'm probably going to get denied. How can they not deny me? Mike John, I filled out my visiting paperwork today. I wanted to get it submitted earlier, but they're going to knock me down as soon as they read it. I'm not going to be able to go visit. You know? You got to answer honestly. You know, it asks you questions. You got to answer. How can you not? It's the Federal Bureau of Prisons. How can then, you know, I got to answer the questions correctly, right, Mike? How do I not? You have to answer, right? I can't lie. Have you ever this? Have you ever that? You got to say yes or no. You got to answer correctly. You know? Ralph is not in the background. Hello, Rex. 472. Where, in Hoboken, maybe? 472? Not sure. Is that? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fly me to the moon. I got a funny feeling I'm going to get denied for the visits. Whatever, it is what it is. Lantern flies. Lantern flies. Rex, thank you for dropping by, man. I like when new people pop in. I don't know if you have been in here or not. Sometimes we miss guys here and there. I kind of gave them a little bit. I'm very careful with what I say, Mike. I haven't messaged in 2 days. I'm trying to get this thing approved, and it's going to be a fucking headache for me. It opens up a can of worms. Everything opens up a can. You feel like a criminal your whole life. If you jaywalk in 1974, you feel like a criminal now. The fucking system is brutal. Listen to me, people. Don't ever get tangled up in the justice system. It's not a good place to be. It does not end well, and you carry it for the rest of your life. 100%. That's a fact, Jack. You get in that system, you're in that system forever. One thing carries with you till the last breath. What am I? No, I'm not. No, no, Mike. I didn't lie. I told the truth, which is going to lead me to getting denied. So whatever, man. That was federal, Mike, or that was state? I got to see him. I need to see Johnny. I really need to see him. I need to see him. We need to see him. Me and my son. Okay, then I will. Okay, okay. Better off. You know, they watch everything. They read everything. They read our messages. Me and Johnny, we ask what time you got this and what time I sent it. You know what I mean? So just so you know, Mike, I'll give you a heads up of what's going on in there. Johnny is in a cell with 4 guys. There's 4 inmates in a little pod right now in Raybrook. They're separated by 2s, but it is a group of 4. It's Johnny. It's forever, right? It's crazy. It's fucking nuts, man. Mike. Yeah, Rex. I always tell the truth. So that's fuck. You guys. This is why you guys are great. What the fuck? Other than the animals that came in before, this is a great chat. So you got Johnny, our friend. You got Johnny, our friend. He's with Tommy Reynolds. It's Johnny, Tommy Reynolds, one I think Russian guy who got 52 years, and somebody else who's got 42 years. So there's 4 guys there. They cook every night. You know, they go to rec. They all go to work. So Johnny's at least in good company. You know what I mean? Ralphie. I'm down cool. He's in good company. Tommy Reynolds took that 42 years like a fucking champ. He came back from his sentencing and he says, I didn't get 52, I got 42. Now he dropped 5 or 6 years off a sentence. It's interesting stuff, man. All right, so guys, I'm banging off. I've been on for I don't know how long. We had Anthony on. The topic was, is the mob still alive? Is it dead like people say? Our opinion is, you might think it's dead because they're not on the front page of the New York Post. That is a good thing for the mob. They're not getting pinched. It means you're getting your data and your information from the newspapers. The reality is, if there is a vice on the street, there's going to be an organization to cater to it. There's always going to be a mob. It's nowhere near what it was. It'll never, ever be what it once was. But will there always be an organized crime operation? 100%. Don't say they're dead because they're not making headlines and you're not finding bodies in the street. Years ago, yes. Years ago, these guys on the rat tube, they would have got one behind the ear. It has changed, no doubt about it. It has changed greatly, but it's still an organization. And the good thing is they're not in the papers, which means they're not getting pinched. Arm distance, that's a great way to be, man. It's not a good thing. Oh, thank you, Robert. You guys are great. You know, I got a little small channel here, but I got good people, so I pride myself on that. Arm distance, that's really deep, man. Rick, I agree with you 100%. I agree with that 100%. All right, guys, I'm banging out. I will probably jump into the next show, which will be my jump. Yes, Mike, 100%. Boom, you nailed it, cuz. All right, guys, look, I'll be on the Coffee with Stiggs tomorrow, 7:15 a.m. For some people, it's very early or very late. Patricia, set those notifications. Patricia, what's my tally right now? What's my tally, Patricia? Tell me what we got right now. I'm banging off, but I need Patricia to give me that number. That picket number. What's the pick 3 number? Go ahead. Talk to me, Patricia. Remember, guys, 7:15 every morning, Coffee with Stiggs, different topic every day. I'm going to jump on the other show now just to watch them. Sons of Italy. I do enjoy their show. 796. Very nice. Be that as it may, it's time for me to go. I'm going to go relax. Yankees in the background. Please go check out Titi. What's the name of the show? Sons of Italy, I call it. Please go to the stand-up guy. Hit a sub. Tell him Tommy Stiggs sent you. Please. Are you guys on that channel yet? Mike John, take a look at them. They're hysterical. I can't. I can't do it like that. Yankees winning. Oh, Marlon, you're crazy. I'm going over to stand-up guys. Ciao for now, boys and girls. Have a blessed evening. Thank you for checking in. I gotta go. 7:15 a.m. tomorrow morning. Coffee with Stiggs.